Who are we? We are the Buffalo. Me, you, know it. A-L-O-E-S, Buffalo. We're all gonna get the daddy, we're all gonna get my man, and away we will. Oh, shuffle up the Buffalo, shuffle up the Buffalo. Oh, Buffalo never die, never die.
Welcome to AFL NT's coverage of the 2025-26 TIO NTFL Women's Premier League. First semi-final here at TIO Stadium on Larrakia Country, where it's PINT and Darwin Buffaloes. The winner will move into next week's preliminary final, and the loser will say goodbye to the 25-26 season. My name is Paul Mart. Today I am joined by Stu Davis for a very exciting do-or-die final, Stu.
You're absolutely right, Paul. Wouldn't have seen this coming a couple of weeks ago, Buffaloes being in this match, but gee, didn't they turn their form around last week against Southern Districts? They
certainly did. Buffalo sent Crocs packing last week, and the Queen Ants went down to a very strong and disciplined St Mary's outfit. This clash shapes to be a must-watch. Both teams fighting to secure, as I said, a spot in next week's preliminary final. The last time they played, Stu Davis, was round 17, and it was a fairly easy win to PINT. But before that, Buffaloes took a scalp in the back end of last season. So the last two times that they've played, it's a one-all program. Buffaloes last week ran all over the top of Southern Districts in what was pretty much an upset. But if you look at Buffalo's team on paper, it wasn't really. They're very highly skilled, half a dozen players coming in out of the VFL with Footscray, Dom Carbone, and the likes of Peck and Barker. Just controlled the footy, and it'll be interesting to see how they go up against this very strong PINT outfit today.
Yeah, those players in particular were sensational. There was one other, Molly Eastman, and she's not there today. She'll be missed greatly by the Buffaloes. But yeah, if those players can get their hands on the ball like they did last week, then you know, I was saying to you before we came on air, Paul, that both teams really rely on their top-end talent a fair bit, and we know where PINTs lie with Jasmine Hewitt and Kennedy McNamara and Rennie Hicks and Brooklyn Craft, of course, coming in. So it's a matter of who can get on top, basically in the midfield, but amongst those standout players.
Yeah, it certainly was last week. Carbone with a couple of goals. Barker with pretty much a best on ground in the first half performance. And it was Kiara Henry out on the wing that found herself loose all day and was a driving force bringing the ball into their forward line, which were when those three players, along with Amelia Peck, who is probably the tallest player on the ground here today, was a standout for the Buffaloes. So it's an exciting game. The do-or-die games, Stewie, are usually, they go down to the wire. They're a sensational program to watch, and especially in this scenario with Buffaloes, who 6 weeks ago weren't even looking like making it, and they clawed their way back. They had probably the worst draw after Christmas, and they managed to take a couple of scalps with them, and they found themselves sliding into fifth spot virtually after beating Waratahs in that Gardens Oval clash in round 18.
That's right. And we're underway with the hit out being won by Peck, who's starting in the ruck this week, but PINT get it going forward. Strong tackle coming in from Hartalooni, but Rennie Hicks a couple of touches in there, gets it back and kicks along towards the 50, or coming out stretching high for the mark was Brooklyn Craft. Couldn't hold it, as now just a kick off the ground into some space, probably a pretty good idea for PINT as they have the ball inside forward 50, but now there's a mass of bodies in there and it'll be a ball up. Pretty wet conditions here today. It's been raining most of the morning, so yeah, it's a bit soggy, bit difficult for the players as Hartalooni's in there again, but couldn't pick the ball up cleanly, and as we would expect, particularly to start this game, there's plenty of numbers around the ball. It's pretty hard getting a clean possession.
So 2 games played on this over last night, Stu, and it was pretty much a consistent rain all night.
So PINT trying to get it forward. Kennedy McNamara got something of a kick. Someone's been bundled out of the way. It's going to be a PINT free kick inside forward 50, and their first opportunity, it's Tierney who's the recipient of the free kick, and I would think in these conditions that's probably a bit far for her. There's plenty of players pushed up into the goal square waiting for this kick to come in. There's a short option that's amazing. It was Jazz Hewitt left all by herself and sliding, couldn't keep hold of the mark, but stood up and kicked the ball forward, but sprayed very wide, and bounces over the boundary line. So, yeah, I think all of the Buffs defenders expecting the long kick in, and Jazz Hewitt just popped up in space.
I think we all did, Stu, and of all people to let loose into a forward 50, she would probably be the last one.
Exactly. So Buff's just fortunate that she wasn't able to hold the mark, and you can see the players just scrimmaging in there as we have another ball up here. Hewitt reaching over the top, gets the hit out to the advantage of Lawrence, who hooks it back around to the top of the goal square. No mark taken, but plenty of numbers from both sides. Carbone picks up, tries to clear away on the left, but her kick got smothered, and kick in is gone over the boundary line on the full, so maybe some relief for Darwin. I think that was, the player's going to have to go over to the boundary line, not the goal square here. Yep.
Player down there too. She just got herself to her feet now. A little bit of pressure already. It's a repeat inside 50s for Pint.
So the long kick out. Oh, that's a terrific mark. Hewitt in front, just stretching up, taking the wet ball pretty easily in the hands. Clunked it as they go inside forward 50. Picked up by Lawrence, who wheels around close to the boundary line, chips it to the top of the goal square. Just a little bit too much for her intended target, but they've got numbers there again as Tierney gets the underground hand pass, and the Buffaloes' pressure comes in, and again they're just trying to force it out, but the ball's been knocked out of the hands here. It's going to be a Pint free kick, and it's Indiana Barker on the mark. Got caught with the ball there, and Taylor Hill.
She grabbed it, Stu, and then she dropped it, and then she had it done. She grabbed it again, and she got tackled. So it was, I think the first one is deemed as prior, and the second one is bad luck.
So Hill close to the player on the mark, but just leaves this one out to the right. But it is the first score of the game, and it's a behind to Pint, who, got to say, have had the ball camped in their forward half for the whole of the match so far.
Just got to work out, Buffaloes. They've just got to chip and chase this around. They did this last week. They managed to, they were under pressure early, and they just managed to hold the footy up.
Hewitt with a hand pass over the top, might have been held too long in the tackle there, and it'll be a relayed free kick. So Taylor Hill again just chips this one into some space. Oh, good body work, but the mark spilt. Hand pass comes out to Tierney, who hooks this one over the shoulder, going close. It's going all the way. So that's a great goal to start the proceedings here for Pint, and her teammates get around her and congratulate her, but just weight of number of forward entries really, Paul, and players in the right spots at ground level.
Well, we'll just see here in the replay that she found herself third player back in the pack, standing there by herself, and just got the easy handball receive, and was managed to have a shot over her right hand side. So she's 3 or 4 possessions early, Tierney, as well, inside 50. Something that Chris Atkinson's going to have to watch there, the matchups.
Yeah, definitely. And now Tierney is starting in the midfield on the restart here. Hewitt up high, wins the hit out, chases it herself. Her and Tierney raffle it. In the end, Hewitt gets a hand pass, quick hands across to Tierney. She gets dragged to the ground by Barker, who stands up and picks the ball up. Well played. Kicks the ball out into space, out towards the wing, and there's a chance for Buffs with a kick off the ground. Molly Oldhouse is coming towards the ball, but it doesn't quite get to her as it's knocked away, and Pint trying to work it through the hands, but Oldhouse is back in action again, almost a foot in there, but she picks up, gets a kick forward. They're inside 50 for the first time as Abbott McCormick gets a hand pass back looking for Oldhouse. She's dragged to the ground, and Grundon clears away for Pint out into space on the near side of the ground here. Clever work by Hill, toe poking it forward to her own advantage. Now picks up, gets a hand pass back, spilt by McQuinney, who gets it over to Tierney, who hooks the ball down towards half forward. Running onto that is Hewitt, takes it nicely between 2 Buffaloes players. She's got players out the back. This one's over the top. Steph Lawrence running onto it. She just has to pick it up. struggles to do that, but now has a bit of time, chips the kick over the top, and it's another PINT goal.
Well, that's driven from their defensive line then, Stu, is that they were able to bring the ball out after Buffaloes had pushed inside 50 for the first time, and Zoe McWhinney got her hands on the footy and got a quick handball ball out into space, and the ball finished up in the hands of Jasmine Hewitt, who was able to step in between a couple of players and then pop it over the top to two running Queen Ants.
Yep.
As we see here now, both players running on, and as we see here, the Fitzgerald did the right thing, gave her a little bit extra space, and Lawrence, although struggled to pick it up the first time, made certain of it the second time.
Yeah, had plenty of time, didn't she? So, yeah, Buffs under pressure. Holthouse has gone into the ruck now. But, Hewitt reaching over the top, gets the tap forward. PINT again, first hands on the ball at ground level. It's going to be a PINT free kick, just a bit overzealous there. Getting in the back was Carbone. She doesn't like 50. It much, and it's a 50-metre penalty, so it's not what they need at this stage of the game, because this will bring Tierney right up just about within scoring range, you would think.
Brought her own football today, Stu.
Oh, yeah. I think she started well.
So what they needed, though, PINT, is that they're in games, but they're usually a couple, and that's a goal.
Yeah.
They're in games for the couple of games that they've lost, which has only been a couple of them against St Mary's and Nightcliff, is they've been in them, but they've just struggled to get that 2 or 3 goal buffer back, and that's about as far as they get. As we see now, Molly Althouse, she's thrown the ball back. There was a player that Summers was virtually standing right beside her. She's got the extra 50 metres. Yeah, throughout the course of the year, once they give a couple of goals up, they struggle to drag them back, and this is a good start for them. Paul Price would be happy, him and his coaching staff, is that they've got a bit of a jump here now, is that they'll be able to hold this 3-goal buffer, and even if it's a 3-goal win at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Exactly. As Tierney, first hands on the ball again, gets dragged to the ground. This time the ball spills out. Play on is the call, and eventually it's trapped in, and will be another ball up here. Althouse trying to do it all herself there, takes possession but gets tackled. That ball spills out and she's going to be penalised. Jazz Hewitt was right onto her plan there and laid the tackle, and now kicks long down towards half forward. There's a bit of a jumper pull there. It's been seen, so another PINT free kick, and they go to the top of the goal square. Mark taken, I think. It's Tierney again.
Jeez.
And wow, she is having some game here in the opening quarter. Just running to the right positions, giving an option, and basically all day she's been the best option.
She certainly has. If Chris Atkinson doesn't do something now, he needs to do something now. Otherwise, this game is going to be well and truly out of his grasp, as that goes straight over the goal umpire's head.
Wow, that's 3 first-quarter goals for Renee Tierney, who's basically starting in the middle of the ground and just running forward as PINT worked the ball forward and making herself an option. But that was a terrific contested mark. Just see on the replay here the jumper pull, and the free kick was paid. And Lawrence got it in really quickly, and Tierney just strong in the contest.
She's had a little bit extra height there too, didn't she, over her opposition, which is something that they're going to have to watch in relation to the matchups.
Well, this is a white-hot start by the PINT Queen Ants with 4 goals on the board in this first quarter, and Buffalo's just the one forward entry as Barker gets a clearance for Buffs, much needed, and they get it down towards half forward. The foot race is on, good body work by Abbott McCormick. Gets a kick in towards the top of the goal square. Here's a chance for Buffs. Kick off the ground by Peck, but didn't go anywhere near the goal really, as PINT struggling in defence, trying to get it out now. Some strong pressure again, but it spills out and PINT clear away. But this one should come straight back in, as the mark's taken by Yaron about 60 metres out from the Buffalo's goal. She kicks a bit of a floater inside, but it's well directed, and Amelia Peck takes the mark in front. She's too far out to score here. Kicks to the hot spot at the top of the square. Abbott McCormick had first hands on it, couldn't get it, reach out and get it on the second grab, but This is better from Buffs. They're really applying the pressure in the forward half here, and PINT have it all to do to clear it away.
It's good defensive work there by PINT. They had to jump on that. Abbott McCormack was out. Virtually didn't, probably should have taken the mark.
Clever flick over the top by Fitzgerald gives PINT the chance to clear away, but coming in again is Yaron. She has the ball on the ground. Umpire says she's dragged it in, so it's a PINT free kick going to McQuinney. Kicks down the line, but mark spilt there by Campbell. It spills out now and picked up by Boseville. She gets a kick down towards half forward. McNamara first there for PINT. Had her head down over the ball and caught some high contact, and she will take the free kick just when the ball gets back to her. So McNamara into the middle of the ground. It's a well-directed kick. Hewitt doing the roving over the back. Flicks a hand pass over the top as coming back again. Huppets puts the pressure on, but picked up by Barker on that left foot. Kicks inside forward 50. Well read coming out of the goal square was Clark, but couldn't control the ball. Managed to force it forward. Gets over to Carbone now in the centre square. She kicks inside forward 50 again for Buffs. But Clark first there, gets run down, but from behind the ball spills out and the tackle will be rewarded. So this is a chance for Stokes, the Buffalo's captain. She'd be about 30 metres out, 35 metres out when she kicks here. The ball already getting a bit heavy. As it kicks on the way, it's going to go all the way to the line. Oh, kicked off the ground. And I think it's got through. It has. It's a Buffalo's goal. So clever work there. Well read at the base of the pack. And you'll just see the...
I think it was Summers. I'm not sure. So we said Dob Carbone here. She was just in the right space. A little soft entry, just got the ball in there. A great tackle by Stokes, and Stokes was able to put it to the top of the goal square when the goal was kicked off the ground. So good opportunist goal from Buffaloes. They're on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and certainly one that was much needed. But once they got that ball inside forward 50, then they really worked hard to keep it in there, and eventually the reward came for them. But, we're back in the middle now, and it's PINT with the first clearance away. Well, it ricochets all the way back, and now a chance for Darwin if they can get first hands on it. They can't. McQuinney picks it up and quickly kicks towards half forward. A sliding mark on the knees, taken beautifully by Taylor Hill. And
I think she's got a run with roll with Carbone by looks of it too, Stu.
So the ball slips over the top. Hewitt just gets nudged out of the way by Boseville. It was well done, and now she clears away as knocking it to the ground was gone and on. But it's PINT first hands on the ball again as Fitzgerald just kicks one into a bit of space at half forward. Nicely trapped by Kraft. He got the hand pass across. Now down close to the forward 50. Morris picks up. Hand pass back inboard was good on the left hand in between some Buffs players, but eventually Buffs clear it away. But it's going to come straight back here as PINT had the wall set up behind the play. And mark nicely taken by Fitzgerald again. She kicks down. Oh,
great
another
mark.
Strong mark. And guess who it is again? It's Tierney once again. And gee, she's playing with some strength and skill and poise today.
Well, you only got to put it somewhere near and she's going to get it. It was a 2-on-1 contested mark for the last one, and this one wasn't far off it. Mac Verlos was the goal kicker before right. Stu. So Tierney inside 50, a repeat inside 50 for PINT. This should be like shell and peas, but it's not. She's put it outside. Buffalo spoil has gone through for a point. She's got flaws, Stewie.
Well, she hasn't looked like missing in her set shots before that one, has she? But just that one off to the right a bit where...
She might have had a quota of kicks for the quarter.
We're into time on here. 16.5 minutes gone. First quarter, 15 minutes plus time on, of course, in the finals for the Women's Premier League as the kick comes out. But again, PINT well set up here across half forward. And They'll threaten again as the long kick comes in. Kraft comes in late, spills to Lawrence. She hooks around. She's got a player in the goal square, and again, beautifully read. And it's Hill who's taken the mark. She'll kick from point blank range, put it straight through the middle, and it's another PINT goal. But just good organisation, and you've got to say probably poor organisation from Buffalo's defensively.
Yeah, they were a little bit lazy. The ball went straight out, and it came straight back in again. As we see the kick out here, is that it was pretty much a 3-on-2 contest. Pretty easy mark was taken, and then just to pop over the top. But watch where Steph Lawrence sits for the contest. She's just off to the side of the ball. Virtually, the ball falls in her lap, uncontested, and puts it into the goal square. It probably would have bounced through if if Hill wasn't there. But Hill gets the goal on the score sheet.
And back in the middle, it's Buffs with the first handball. Summers got the hand pass up, but was knocked down, and PINT cleared away. Lawrence again working hard out at half forward. Gets a toe poke forward, but now Buffs get the hand pass in. Oh, strong tackle. And it's going to be a stalemate, I think, and a ball up.
It's a good tackle. She has a crack at Boville, doesn't she? Yeah. She's always into it. Typical halfback flankers, Steve.
So Rennie Hicks can't control it. Goes over the boundary line.
For those of you that aren't quite yet 30, you might not understand that.
So from the throw in, Fitzgerald doing the ruck work for PINT. Ball spills out in the tackle again. It was McNamara this time, but Buff's able to clear it away down the outer wing in the contest. Nicklin for Darwin had the ball crunched away from her and over the boundary line. As siren goes to end the first quarter, and a pretty dominant quarter from the PINT Football Club in the first one, Paul.
Certainly was, Stewie. And Renee Tierney brought her own football to the contest today. So she's got 3, Taylor Hill 1, and Steph Lawrence 1. And the goal kicker for Buffaloes was Lisa Macrolos off the ground for the first quarter. So 5-2, 32 to 1 goal straight 6. It's quarter time here at TIO Stadium. We'll be back after this short break for the second quarter.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazalisnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory,
we're here when you need us most.
TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up.
Welcome back to AFL NT's coverage of the 2025-26 TIO NTFL Women's Premier League first semi-final here at TIO Stadium on Larrakia country, where it's PINT with a 26-point first quarter lead. Stu Davis is with me. Stu, that was a sensational quarter by PINT, kicking to what is usually the non-scoring end of the Michael Long end of the ground.
Yeah, that's true. Just I want to give a shout out to Steph Lawrence. Really been impressed with her game, Paul. She's playing, we're used to seeing her play basically out of the goal square, but she's playing up across half forward, and she's been instrumental in getting the ball in and giving them chances. So another one for Buffaloes to watch. There's probably too many of them at the moment, as PINT win the clearance, get it forward. Oh, cleverly done by Carbone on the left, and that mark will be paid. Nicely taken in the hands by Lynch for Buffs.
Might have only just gone. There's, I think, maybe 10.5, I think, Stu. Maybe a little bit more.
Yep.
Yeah, she has been good, Steph, hasn't she? She's pushing up the ground a little bit further. She's creating options. The beside the pack goal or goal assist that she had earlier was just was typical of years gone by, where she was consistently leading goal kicker in the competition.
Yeah, that's right. So she's got the one goal today, but lots of important work in getting the ball, particularly to Tierney, but the others up forward. Molly Oldhouse with strength takes that one out of the ruck contest, thumps it forward. It's going close to the boundary line. First there for PINT was Membry, got bundled out of the way. Now some assistance coming from Hamilton. The ball's caught underneath. The Buffs crowd wants a holding the ball. Free kick paid, but it's not going to be going that way, and it'll be a ball up instead.
Some signs of aggression there from Molly Althouse too. She virtually nearly ragdolled Jasmine Hewitt then out of the road. It's going to be an interesting tussle.
Picked up by Carbone, and just the arm slipped across the shoulder, so she'll take the free kick here. Althouse surprisingly didn't start the match in the ruck. They opted for Peck instead, and Althouse now working her way into it. Ball slips over the back. Speaking of Peck, she picks it up at half forward, but gets tackled to the ground. The ball spills out, and PINT clear it away, and here she is again. Tierney pushing back into defence, this time taking the mark as the kick came out. She chips inboard to Hewitt, who's got some space, got a runner on the outside. The kick goes that way. McQuinney tried to hook it in one-handed, does well to recover and get the kick going forward. Steph Lawrence comes in to the contest and picks up, gets a hand pass out the back. Oh, strong tackle as eventually Ingram gets her foot to the ball, and now they've got it at half forward, and again strengthen the tackle as Gonanon got tackled with the ball, had no chance to get rid of it.
Great run there by McWhinney on that outer, coming off that halfback flank, just couldn't quite hang on to the footy.
Great tip hit out over the back to Hicks from Hewitt, and now another free kick, strong in the tackle again. Hewitt wastes no time, runs around and kicks high down to the top of the goal square. PINT with the numbers here. If they can pick it up at ground level, they can't, as Buffs just try to clear it away out of defence any way they can. Campbell got the hand pass away close to the boundary line, and eventually the ball makes its way over, and it'll be a throw in.
That's a great entry by Hewitt. Got the free kick, decided to play on. They had a spare out the back there too. PINT for a moment with Hill.
So Kraft in front. Brings a hit out down. McQuinney has followed her opponent all the way up into the forward 50. But it's another stalemate. The ball up.
The repeat inside 50s again here from PINT.
Althouse uses her strength again. And then the tackle just slips out. Umpires allowing play to go on as Barker tries to reef that one away, but wasn't able to. And another ball up. Again, it's Althouse using her strength to hold her position in the ruck contest, but this time it's a Buffs free kick on the outer side of the ground to Abbott McCormick. She goes short, but that's going to be chopped off and will come straight back in. As the kick inside 50, a bit of contact there, which was illegal from Gonanon, and it'll be a PINT free kick just inside the 50-metre line.
was a bit of a hard contest, obviously, is that a little bit too high. I don't think there was anything in it apart from just two players going at the same footy.
It's McNamara who's the recipient of the free kick. Kicks to the goal square. Kraft came over the top. Hand pass comes out to Lawrence. She hooks around and she's on the scoreboard again. But yeah, the ball just got over the pack. Kraft couldn't hold the mark, but some quick hands in there. I didn't see who it was that got it out to Steph Lawrence, but she just doesn't need too much space to compose herself and kick towards goal, and she did it beautifully then. Might have been Sarah Ingram there. I think she just got a pat on the back. But once again, Steph Lawrence in the right spot. As we see the kick come in, there was a pack. As said, Kraft was there. No, it wasn't Ingram, but Steph Lawrence, she was just standing there. Her opponent got dragged into the footy, was doing a bit of ball watching, and the goal assist there looked like it come from Casey Morris. But Steph Lawrence just in the right spot at the right time, and that's just front and centre for her. And every day of the week, if you leave her in some space, 15, 20 metres out from goal in a pack contest, she's going to score nearly every time. So Hewitt with the hit out, but rove by Barker on the right foot, just squirts it out towards her teammate. Comes in again herself, picks up, gets a hand pass inboard, and now Buffs have got the ball inside forward 50 as it slips over the back. There's a chance as it's picked up, but the kick smothered. Second attempt here as now Stokes comes in, tries to get the hand pass out. It spills to Abbott McCormick, who hooks around, but just couldn't bring that one far enough back, and bounces through for a behind to Buffs. Geez, they were hungry for that then, Buffs, weren't they? That virtually a double clearance from Barker was able to push the ball forward, and very, very quickly it finished up on the goal square. So they were an option. Pint under pressure. So the kick out wide, hands to the ball was Huppert. She got bundled underneath it. Play on was the call as a good smother sees the ball forced over the boundary line for a throw in. She's a contest, Stu. Yeah, that's right. When Buffs do get it inside their forward 50, they are working hard at ground level and keeping it in, but they just need the same commitment around the rest of the ground, I think. Yeah, their push forward is good, but their defensive work is a little bit ordinary at the moment. So again, a slippery ball, hard to control as it spills here to Peck, who gets a kick down inside 50, knocked away and then recovered for Pint by Eldridge. Her kick squirted along the ground as Hicks comes in. She gets tackled to the ground. Huppert scoops it back inboard to McQuinney. She gets slung to the ground and the ball spills out. It's pretty willing down there in the contest at the moment. There's a free kick being found and it's going to go Darwin's way. Certainly a lot of support coming out of the grandstand, Stewie, for Buffs. It's fantastic, isn't it? It's Noble Webster with the free kick. She kicks long into the corridor, but sitting underneath that one was Jazz Hewitt, and the pressure came from Barker, but Hewitt was well placed and took the mark. It's a bit of a floater of a kick out as Ingram tries to pick it up. McQuinney comes in to help, and again, that ball's not coming out, so it'll be a ball up. They've picked up a notch here. They've become very attacking, Buffaloes, and they're becoming a little bit physical at the same time. Crowd's getting behind them, which is great. Hewitt wins that hit out down. Tierney at ground level just gets a toe poke forward. But again, it's not coming out. It's pretty tough in there. Hewitt smacks that one forward. Ingram picks it up on the bounce, gets a hand pass over the top. Boseville taps it to the advantage of Barker, who kicks long on the left inside 50. Althouse just works her opponent under the ball and then goes back to try and reach it, but beautifully scooped up by Membry. But then the tackle from Althouse brought it to ground. Free kick. And yep, the free kick's been paid. I thought the umpire was pointing the other way for a minute there, but well, I think he was a little bit off centre, Stu. So I think he was pointing in a direction that didn't really matter. He was pointing to the Michael Long forward pocket. So just see Gonanon being walked off here. She was involved in that last contest at half forward and looked to be holding an arm, I think. So hopefully she's okay and can come back, because She's an important player around the contest, but Althouse really working her way into the game at the moment. The set shot for goal goes across the face and misses everything, I think. So it's out of bounds on the full. Yeah.
It's disappointing, given you get an option like that. You've got to put something on the scoreboard. As much as you don't want to hand the ball back to them with a point or an out on the full, is that they needed to score there. They had a little bit of a run on, repeat inside 50s, and now they've handed the ball back.
And Hewitt gets another mark as she kicks wide to the outer side. This one's going to go over the line though, so that'll be a Buffs free kick on the lasso. We'll get used to seeing that throughout the year, Paul. It's in the rules of the game for all levels now. Well, after this NTFL season.
Yeah, so what happens to boundary umpires, Stu?
Well, it can come off hands and go over.
Oh. So they become part-time.
Barker again, inside 50, Althouse there, takes it, plays on, wheels around, and I think she's got this one through, snuck it in inside that left-hand post. So quick movement of the ball, and India Barker, she's such a crucial player for them around the stoppages. Got that kick in, and Molly Althouse up forward, as we said, really coming into the game. But just look here as the ball spills out on the outside, she receives, and her kick in board just got over the PINT defenders, and Althouse. Well
measured, left-footed too, Stu. You've got to love watching left-footers play. But that's great work, because Jasmine Hewitt had no sooner taken a mark from a kick in and then turned the ball over through the lasso program. The Buffs straight onto that. So Molly Althouse not long ago had a shot for goal and missed everything, and now they're back repeating inside 50s for Buffaloes. They're on the scoreboard.
So it's just a goal apiece in this quarter as Peck, uncontested in the end, thumped it forward, and now Buffs are on the march. You can see their confidence is lifted as they get it through the hands out to Yaron. She gets a kick forward. Carbone kicks off the ground to her own advantage, follows up here and just keeps it going forward. Inside 50. It's Buffs with the numbers. Grundon over the top, dived on the ball, and then Carbone on top of her, and free kick's been paid. So Dom Carbone hasn't set this game alight yet, has she? She's had some pretty close attention from a couple of PINT players, a couple of run with rolls, but yeah, she worked that ball down herself and then put the pressure on, won herself a free kick, and if she could kick this one, Buffs are right back in it. Kick from Carbone, that one's always a bit skinny, I think, and misses to the left, so a behind only, but much more encouraging from Darwin in the last 5 or so minutes.
Well, she started the second quarter off with the PINT won the tap out, and she chased the ball all the way to centre half back and got possession and turned the ball back around again. So from the start of the second quarter, she's been on, and she's slowly just drawing herself into the game. Last week, she did all the hard work early, and she capped off there towards the end of it, where possessions were, the ball was just virtually landing in her lap continuously towards the last quarter of that game, and it was Dom Carbone herself with a couple of her teammates that overran Southern District. So it'll be interesting to see how the progress goes this afternoon. She's starting to get more footy.
So the kick out, well read by Boseville, just parked underneath that one, and she'll thump it back inside 50 for Darwin. Oh, in the hands and out again from Stokes, but it spills to Carbone. She gets slung after she got the kick out. Play on's the call. Hartaluni putting the pressure on. Oh, there's getting a bit willing down there. Some jumpers being pulled off the ball. Play on's the call. There's almost some head contact on Huppets there. She manages to get it out into some space, and a free kick eventually paid. And PINT will have the chance just to settle things down a bit here and clear it away from the immediate danger area. The long high kick comes along the wing. Peck comes across the front, gets a hand to it, and sees it over the boundary line for a throw-in.
Well, it's a final, Stu. It's do or die.
Yeah.
The scoreboard pressure is on Buffaloes. They've got to kick 4 goals to get back into this, and if whichever way they do it, whichever way they see they need to do it, is that's what they're going to do. So if they're going to become a little bit physical here, let's hope it works.
So hit out over the top from Kraft, but it's caught in underneath again as we go past 14 minutes in this second quarter. Just a goal apiece, so at least Buffs have stem the tide a bit and got another one on the board themselves as it spills out now and kick around the corner is fielded by Hill, who kicks down towards half forward. Steph Lawrence there overruns the ball, closely monitored by Boseville. It was something of a hand pass up. Lawrence is in there again. Tierney picks it up now on the left, kicks it high into the hot spot, and coming out from the goal square this time it's Jazz Hewitt once again, who takes the mark, read it well, and Abbott McCormick was running back with the flight of the ball, but Hewitt got to the drop of it first, and she'll have a set shot from about 25 out, pretty much straight in front, and makes no mistake, as you would expect. And so she's a dangerous player, whether she's in the ruck where she normally is or having a spell up forward out of the goal square, and just read that one beautifully, and a great set shot goal. Yeah, well, she's done some hard work. She was in defence earlier in the quarter. She's done a lot of hard work down there, and I think Paul Price might have seen it. Look, we'll just push her back for the last couple of minutes to give her a little bit more of a spell. As we see Steph Lawrence dive on the footy here, but she got the ball out. There's a repeat. A little bit of contact there, but the ball picked up by Hill, who centred it. Jasmine Hewitt, once again, can't leave her inside 50 by herself. So, the hit out by Kraft sees Pint go forward again as Lawrence couldn't control it. Boseville got pushed out of the way, really, as she went back for the ball. It spills out to half forward now, and just toe poked out to Cook in some space here. Picks up and kicks forward, but should be able to be tidied up. Boseville just couldn't take the ball cleanly, and that puts Buff's defence under pressure. Reaching in and getting a quick kick out was Garling, but it's going to come back in as Ingram picks up, and she gets smashed in the tackle and it forces the ball out. It was Dom Carbone, a really solid tackle, and she's won the free kick, and 50-metre penalty, which will really help Buffs. But time running out, only the 3 goals scored in a quarter, so Dom would be looking to move this ball quickly. No one on the mark yet, but Rennie Hicks is going to get there, and Carbone really needs to keep running here and thump it forward as she does that down to half forward. Kind of well set up in defence, but that's a great mark by Peck, who swings around looking for Oldhouse down forward, and she takes the mark. That was terrific ball movement by the Darwin Buffaloes. Looked for their 2 big key targets, and they didn't let them down, held on to the marks, and Oldhouse will have what could possibly be the last kick of the quarter to level up the goal scoring in this quarter.
It certainly is going to be the last kick of the quarter, Stu, and this will be Molly. Well, if she kicks it, this will be Molly's second for the quarter. Looks good. She's happy. The arms are in the air, so that's a good response from Buffaloes in the last minute of play. Whereas we saw Jasmine Hewitt put the ball through about 2 minutes ago, but for Buffaloes to bounce back so quickly as they did, to lessen that gap back to that 24 points. So it's half-time here at TIO Stadium. Pint with a 24-point deficit over the Darwin Buffaloes. We'll be back with the second half shortly.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Azalea's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully super Supervised Kids Club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazalisnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory,
We're here when you need us most.
TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, 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 up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back.
Welcome back to AFL NT's coverage of the 2025-2026 TIO NTFL Women's Premier League. First semi-final here at TIO Stadium, Larrakia Country. And it's PINT with a 24-point lead over Darwin Buffaloes. My name is Paul Maher. Stu Davis, how have you seen the first half?
Yeah, well, PINT got the hot start, wasn't it? They were really dominant in that first quarter. But
congrats either way.
Darwin Buffalo much more competitive in the second quarter.
At East Point every
really
Saturday
couldn't
with
make any ground on the scoreboard. I think they won the quarter by a couple of points. But
we're for Territorians.
They were a lot better. And that goal after the siren from Molly Oldhouse has really given them some belief, I think. You see how excited they were. The teammates all got around her going into the halftime huddle, which would have been a lot different if it was PINT that had remained being the last goal scorer of that second quarter. So some hope for Buffs as we're back underway. Jazz Hewitt, as usual, up high, wins the hit out down. First hands on the ball was Barker for Darwin, but got wrapped in the tackle. But the clearance straight away here from Buffs, they get it down towards half forward. Abbott McCormick with some strength, gets rid of Grundon and then hacks the ball off the ground, and in return Georgia Eldridge kicks off the ground towards the outer side of the ground. First out there is going to be Henry, but she got worried out of it, and PINT with the reinforcements using it through the hands nicely, and eventually it comes out to Hewitt in some space, who kicks long down forward of the wing out wide. It's going close to the boundary line, but getting there is Brooklyn Craft, but couldn't control the ball. And there's a free kick been paid here. Might have been played deliberate, but it's going to be Delcy Campbell to take the free kick for Buffs. Goes high and long down the wing, ball slips over the back. Some strength there from Barker, gets another clearance out of the pack. Here's a chance for Buffs, it falls for them nicely. Kick comes in, well read in defence by Eldridge, and takes the mark and then kicks away up the corridor, but it's a 1-on-2 here. But it's PINT first at the ball, and happy to just toe poke close to the line. Clever work by Membry, but the Darwin players come in. That's Gonan on laying the tackle. Ball spills to Lawrence, who quickly throws it on the boot down towards half forward. Kraft in front, took her eye off the ball, but able to recover, got the hand pass to the advantage of Membry, who just kicks it forward again. There's a high tackle been paid here, and it's going to go the way of Darwin in defence. And I think that's Boseville.
She's been good today, Stu.
Yeah.
Cross half back. I was still, sorry.
And again, just the ball obviously slippery there. Players just not concentrating 100%, and that time gone on, who it's good to see her back on the ground, has just spilt the ball and then caused another ball up. Hewitt up high, wins it down, looking to get it to Hicks, as she often does, but was too close to the boundary line that time and got flung over for another throw in.
So Darwin Buffaloes won that second quarter by a point, 2 goals, 1 to 2 goals straight, Stu. So they went from a 20, maybe might have been a little bit more than that. Anyway, back to a 24-point deficit at the half, rather than the 25-point deficit that it was at quarter time.
Barker, that one might have slid off the boot and over the boundary line. She stands up with a smile on her face, but yeah, she's been good again today.
She's probably found it a little bit harder today in relation to the opposition. They probably would have, I know Paul Price would have been watching that game last week, looking at their key players, which is obviously Carbone and Barker, Peck, and Henry from last week. So
Hewitt kicks long and into the goal square. It gets over the back. The ball keeps running and runs over the behind line. So first score of the quarter to PINT is a behind. It's brought in quickly, close to the line. Carbone gets pushed over the boundary line, and it'll be a boundary throw in.
So we spoke about earlier, Stu, about PINT getting that bit of a head start. As we've seen with that second quarter, it was fairly even. Even if they played the balance of the game out, they had that 2 or 3 goal buffer all game. is going to pay dividends for them, getting that quick start at 5-goal to 1 quarter. It's going to be a catalyst in the result of this game.
So Hewitt just takes that one herself, tried to chip back inboard, but the kick got smothered. Carbone burrowing in underneath. Peck takes the ball, but then she gets gang tackled to the ground. And she's going to be in trouble here. She had a little bit of space, took a couple of steps, and then tried to get past her opponents, but the tackle was laid, and it's going to be Tierney again who will take this free kick.
I reckon she had about as much space as 3 people have in the phone booth, mate. I don't think there was that much there. She virtually got it. She was hammered.
Tierney's pass on board just a bit too far out in front, and it spills out over the boundary line.
It was a great effort though, wasn't it?
Certainly was. It's Hewitt again. He's been everywhere as she normally is. The hit out comes out, picked up by McNamara at ground level. She gets tackled and the ball spills out, and we've got a big pack of players once again. So Hewitt up high. Peck tries to step around her to get the hit out. It's another strong tackle. The ball gets thrown around. Oh, that'll be a free kick to Pint. That was just a bit overzealous then from Abbott McCormick.
Yeah, it's really lazy of her then, is that the Pint was over the footy and she just virtually laid into it. It was a little bit the same with the tackle on Carbone a minute earlier. She only just virtually got a hand on the ball and she was thrown forward, so she's a little bit unlucky, Carbone, not to get the free kick, and then within a split second, Pint are having a shot for goal.
Yeah, it's Kennedy McNamara again. She's copped a couple of heavy ones in this game.
Yeah, she's drawing it, isn't she?
But she's a tough nut. She can handle herself, and a very good player for Pint. She's got a lead on here. It goes short, but too short, and the player on the mark, Abbott McCormick, got her hands to it and now picks up and clears it away. So it's a foot race on to get to the ball here. It's picked up by Hamilton. She gets it away, and now Hicks has players inboard. That's a well-directed kick, and one of those players is Hewitt. As players leading inside 50, that kick just gets over the top, so they've got the chance to run onto it. Breeze James is in the contest. She gets pulled out of it, and the ball spills away, and another ball up.
Yeah, the kick looked good. It just didn't have enough weight on it, Stu, did it?
Yeah.
They might be better off going towards the top of the square instead of kicking it across. Opens up.
Barker gets another clearance away, but this one's going to come straight back. McQuinney well positioned behind the ball, thumps it down towards half forward. A double fister comes away, falls into the lap of Carbone. She got tackled and the ball spilled out. Then tackle was held too long, so it'll be a Carbone free kick at half back for Darwin. And a well-directed kick finds Amelia Peck at the back edge of the centre square. I've got to say that these clubs have two of the more vocal crowd followings in the league, and can really hear them through the effects microphone at the moment. Oh, Althouse goes the big talk. It slides off the boot, but fortunately,
take that.
Falls into the lap of Hartaluni. Oh, she has her kick smothered by the player on the mark as she was called to play on. Grundon gets bundled over, and Barker gets another clearance forward. This time Abbott McCormick is paid the mark. Just knocked away at the end, but a good mark. She's taking her time. I'm not sure she'd have the distance from here. She's got a loose player now.
Look at this.
Yeah. So just
there's 2 or 3 loose buffaloes out there at the moment. It's like somebody didn't close the gate.
Yeah, just Pint defence just switched off a bit, and Captain Bianca Stokes just walked into space and received the kick.
I'm not really sure about that ball drop.
And he's got plenty of purchase on the ball, but just fell short. But Pint well set up behind the play, and now they get it out to Hewitt, who chips this one up. gave it just enough air, but the mark was spilt, and now the chance for Buffs. It comes out to Carbone. She skews a kick inside forward 50. It's going to make it hard for the defenders down there, and the pressure gets put on, the ball gets caught in underneath, and another ball up.
So repeating inside 50 here for Buffaloes now.
Carbone at ground level tries to burrow her way through, gets tackled to the ground.
But every player in the back half of the ground at the moment too. So if there's a old house.
Oh, well done by Peck. It's going all the way. Oh, it just runs into the goalpost there. Peck was trying to get back there herself to get a foot on the ball, but couldn't get there quickly enough. So this is good from Darwin. It's Piner under pressure.
Oh, here we go.
Mark spilled, and now they're under even more pressure, but they get the kick away and got some players in space. Another strong tackle as James gets slung to the ground in the tackle, and it's going to be a Buffs free kick once again.
Geez, they're hard on it. Their tackling's been sensational. There's Dom Carbone again.
Yeah, Carbone again, yeah. Has a player on the lead, but Rennie Hicks just working back into the hole. Takes a courageous mark. There was physical contact coming from Peck, but she stood her ground, took the mark nicely.
She's been good today, Hicks. She's sort of been the backbone for them. Nearly every possession that she's had, she's actually done something with.
So this gets battered away. Carbone in there at ground level again. So free kick being paid here. That was paid by an umpire out of zone.
Trip.
I think he might have said legs were taken out. So Hewitt out wide, well-directed kick, and Pint just work it around the wing, but that one's going to be too wide, and it'll be a Darwin free kick to Boseville out there.
Still at 24 points, Stu. They're not able to drag it back at all. They've had a lot of footy Buffaloes. They just can't score.
Yeah, it's true. It's Pint trying to work it out, but the hand pass is chopped off, and now Buffs go inside 50 again. Althouse did that beautifully. Scooped it up, gave the hand pass off, and now here's a chance. Peck out in some space. She's almost looks like she's running on the spot there. Flicks it between her legs as McQuinney came in to put the pressure on, and then she hacks it off the ground, and Pint take it away again. The kick from Cook is half smothered and well read. Coming up by Noble Webster, got it kicked back inside 50. There's a free kick been paid here. It's going to go to Stokes again, and she sprints back purposefully, wants to get the ball in quickly. The kick's going to fall short, but it's going to fall to the advantage of Peck, but she couldn't hold on to the mark. McQuinney again, another clearing effort, kicks it off the ground out into some space, picked up by Hill, who thought about hand passing and changed her mind halfway through, I think, and the ball slipped off her hand, so she's penalised, and Yaron just two players
50
on
metres.
the mark, so a 50-metre penalty. So, and Yaron was giving it off by hand then, so she'll have the kick now. This will go right down to the top of the goal square, and Janaea Yaron will have the shot for goal. So real chance for Buffs. Yaron's kick, doesn't have just enough to get over the players on the goal line. It's a goal, and the teammates are celebrating, but gee, it wasn't a convincing one.
Well, I've seen it all this afternoon. The 50-metre penalties and free kicks and throwing the balls and the ball going out of being lassoed, free kicks. It's all happening out here today. And then you've got Dom Carbone, who is playing virtually nearly a single hand for Buffaloes, doing all the hard work. Renee Tierney's 3 first quarter goals, Stu. It's all go.
Yeah, it's terrific. And this is Buffaloes do get one back, so they've narrowed it to 3 goals now. But got to be impressed with their efforts, the fight that they're putting into this game as well as last week, and giving themselves a chance.
Another one, Stewie, and it's all happening here.
So Tierney with the clearance, got it out to the advantage of Hill. Hill swings back and picks up, kicks inside forward 50 for Pint. They're trying to work it forward. Boseville working back again, but there's going to be a free kick here to Kraft, I think. just off the ball. It's Gonanon stands the mark.
Held onto it a little bit long in the tackle, I think there, Stu. A little bit disappointing. Big levers here. Kraft, she should be able to make the distance.
It's a good purchase on the kick, but it's just drifted away to the right. Oh, a chance at ground level, and Gonanon doing the goalkeeping there. Just got her legs to the ball to save the goal and through for a behind as Delcy Campbell will bring the ball back into play. Looking for Abbott McCormick, got a hand to it, knocked it to the ground and then goes in herself. Oh, the ball spilled out in the tackle. She forces it forward, now spills to Hewitt, who lost control of the ball in the tackle, and PINT kick it away again at ground level. McCrillis is there, but couldn't control it. A little toe poke out, or should have been hands in rather than a boot then, I think, as PINT clear it away again on the bounce. Is taken by Membry, got the hand pass to the outside, but now picked up by Barker again, who kicks the long forward. Oldhouse has got it out the back here. She picks up. She's got a player out wide. That's Stokes. Has kicked it forward into space. It's a foot race here as Stokes gets there first, kicks off the ground, kicks it to the advantage of her teammate Kiara Henry, who was sprinting into the goal square, and she kicks it off the ground from a couple of metres out. And another Buffaloes goal, so 2 in a row in this quarter as well as the last one in the previous quarter, and they are really on a roll now, Paul Maher.
Well, that came from the defensive line, Stewie, as we see the ball picked up there by Indy Barker. She was managed to get the clearance, and Molly Oldhouse is the X factor here today, Stu.
Yep.
She battles hard, and she's the first one back onto the footy. She makes a little bit of space. But Bianca Stokes just had the mindset, whether she saw Henry out of the corner of her eye or not, but she's decided, I'm just going to push this ball forward another 20-odd metres and see if we can get a run on for it, and that's exactly what they did. In consideration that Amelia Peck not long ago was in a similar situation, that the ball hit the post. It's on here, Stu, 13 points. Watch this space.
So Hewitt, unopposed, takes it out of the ruck contest. Got some attention, but kicks down towards half forward. Or running back with the ball. The mark almost taken as the siren goes. Wow, the quarter's gone, Paul. It's 16 and a half minutes, and with just the Darwin Buffaloes, the only ones to score goals in that quarter. They managed to add 2 goals while PINT could only add a couple of points, and what they've managed to do, the Buffaloes, is give us a real contest here at 3-quarter time.
Well, as we've seen, Stu, the 5-goal first quarter, and PINT have only managed 2 goals since, whereas Buffaloes have been able to kick 4 since that quarter-time break. So they're outscoring them slowly, and now they've got it back to a 13-point, which is effectively they've got to kick 3 goals. They've kicked 5 for 3 quarters. They've just got to kick another couple up to the Michael Long end, which could be, as I said, that today the 5 goals that PINT kicked in the first quarter looks to be the scoring end of the game today. It's 3-quarter time here at TIO Stadium with a 13-point deficit for PINT over Buffaloes. We'll be back shortly with the last quarter.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazalisnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. King for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory,
We're here when you need us most.
TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back.
Welcome back to AFL NT's coverage of the 25-26 TIO NTFL Women's Premier League first semi-final here at TIO Stadium on Larrakia Country. PINT Darwin Buffaloes, 13 points. This is sudden death, do or die. Losers out. Winner will play in the preliminary final next weekend. Stu Davis, can we get anything else apart from now it's absolutely bucketing down rain?
Yeah, started basically as the siren went to end the third quarter, and it is, it's throwing it down here. But yeah, this is a situation that PINT probably aren't used to. The first semi-final, that the last few years they've been in the top 2 or 3 and have played in that second semi-final. So it's really testing their mettle, and Buffs are really coming at them as Peck gets the clearing kick away. As some good pressure out there by Summers, gets the ball forward for Darwin. Molly Oldhouse lurking, and she's been crucial in these last couple of quarters for her team. Couple of goals herself, and really the strength in the forward line, setting up her teammates as well for a couple of others.
So a clearance all straight away at an inside 50 for Buffaloes. 32 seconds gone. What can happen?
Hewitt working back in defence, gets a hand pass as she's tackled the ball. Spills forward. I think we're going to see a fair bit of the ball on the ground here in and under, and Buffaloes have got it inside their forward 50 early, as you said, Paul.
I don't think locking it down for 15 and a half minutes is going to work, Stu, either.
No, absolutely not. So, Annie Hicks in there up at McCormick.
This is where the likes of Hicks, Hewitt, Lawrence, Grundon, Huppets, the likes of these girls that have been around for a while and have been part of the success should know what to do. It's the Don't Panic program. It's like, we've got some scoreboard pressure here. Let's hang on to it. Let's not do anything stupid. Let's control the footy.
So again, that ball not going far. Caught in underneath. Carbone in there.
Free
trying
kick.
to get
Got to be a
involved.
free kick out of this one, you reckon?
Barker gets a quick kick forward, then gets another possession, kicks it forward to the top of the goal square, and the mark is taken. So a quick clearance there. India Barker, she's been terrific all day. And now it's Hartaloony who has the chance. The chance for Buffs. It's set shot at goal from directly in front. Goal umpire doesn't move. It is a goal. And that's the last 4 goals of the match have been scored by Darwin Buffaloes, and all of a sudden we've got a 7-point game.
Well, we just went stoppage to stoppage to stoppage, and the tap came out. Barker, she got a kick. The ball just fell out in front of her again. Probably we're lucky to have travelled 15 or 16 metres. But the unfortunate thing for PINT is that they were standing behind, and Hartaloony had just crept forward by a metre or two. Easy chest mark, 15 metres out. It's a game, Stu Davis.
It's an absolute game. 7-point margin. We're just a couple of minutes into this final quarter. It's Darwin Buffaloes with all the running at the moment, and I'm not sure if there's panic setting in for a PINT, but they really need to get a score on the board to ease the pressure a bit. Kennedy McNamara chasing that one out there, does the shepherding instead. The ball comes back to Carbone, who's gang tackled to the ground, and will be another stoppage.
Just slowly creeping into the game. This third quarter, Dom Carbone was sensational. She's going to follow up with another brilliant last quarter episode here. We could see a big turn up on the books.
So strong work from Malboy. Just sees the ball spill forward and over the boundary line for the throw in. But PINT have got it inside forward 50 for the first time in this final quarter. It's Fitzgerald going to do the ruck work with Peck. Peck works her way to the front, takes possession, but got tackled straight away. The ball spilled out. You can see the rain on the screen. Peck picks it up and clears it away for Buffs to the outer side of the ground. Good pressure again by Summers, laying the tackle out there. She was 1-on-2 and did really well to lay the tackle on Grundon and force another stoppage. Hit out going out towards the boundary line before Hicks can get to it. It trickles over, and yeah, this rain's as heavy as we've seen for a while now. Not sure if it really favours either side.
No, I'm just sort of thinking if I'm Paul Price, I'm probably more likely to push massive numbers behind the ball now with the slippery conditions, and the ball's got to spend a lot of time on the ground. If I'm Chris Atkinson, I'm thinking, we just need to continue to play the same way, push the ball forward when we can, play in front.
So Carbone with the clearing kick down towards half forward. It was pretty vacant down there, but the PINT were able to get their first. Carbone. Ball slips out of her hand as she's tackled by Tierney. Now another stoppage just forward of centre for Darwin. It's Hewitt wins the hit out down, and PINT get the clearance away or through the hands of Lawrence. It's picked up, the hand pass comes out. Good work by Fitzgerald through the hands out to McNamara. She kicks down towards half forward. Can see the water on the ground now splashing up. It's picked up nicely by Hill on the left, kicks into the hot spot in the corridor, but there's a Buffalo's free kick down here. And they will get the chance to relieve again as the kick comes outside of defensive 50. McQuinney there again, picks it up at ground level, wheels back inboard, kicks it high towards half forward. It goes over the pack of players. Abbott McCormick there is looking around, trying to let her teammate come in when she was probably best positioned to go for the ball. The hand pass comes out to McQuinney again, who kicks high inside forward 50, sitting under it. Kraft couldn't take the mark. Ball spills out, kicked off the ground by Corbett for Buffs. Picked up by Fitzgerald. She hand passes across. The kick comes in, and again, no mark taken. PINT with some numbers. Boseville comes in, picks up, gets a dribble of a kick forward. Gone on at ground level, working hard. PINT, gee, it's hard to see the players out there at the moment as the hand pass comes out to McNamara, throws it on the boot, kicks towards goal, and it's through. It's a PINT goal in the torrential rain here, and Kennedy McNamara just had a metre or so of space, picked the ball up cleanly, threw it on the boot, and through it goes.
Well, they just kept pushing it forward, PINT, didn't they? All they were worried about was just bombing it into the forward line. As we see Lawrence, she tries to pick it up, she can't. It's a missed kick from Boville. The ball pops out, and we'll just move it forward here. The quick handball, again, McWhinney pushes it forward again. McNamara's got about a foot either side of her, but she worked their way from probably 30 metres out to 15 metres out, and they may well have stemmed the bleeding here, PINT, as they push the lead back to 13 points.
So back in the middle, Peck and Hewitt. Hewitt wins the hit out. Carbone first there, gets thrown to the ground and cleared away, and PINT are inside 50 again. Steph Lawrence comes out, picks the ball up beautifully, but then got tackled to the ground as the ball spills out. Buffs defenders desperately trying to get their hands on the ball. They know that they've got to get some possession back there and get it moving forward to start hitting the scoreboard again.
This is going to make the next 3 games look very interesting too, Stu, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. There's plenty of water getting on that ground. So,
well, they have walked out to this ground before and sent it underwater, and 15 minutes later, it's all gone.
Yeah, absolutely correct. As Carbone hooks that one in, spills out of Tierney's hands. Fitzgerald tries to get a quick kick forward. McQuinney in and under. Her game's been good today, as she's battled hard at ground level again, and it's another stoppage.
She might be playing on the ball, I think. Otherwise, she's come down from a half-back flank. She's pushed right in.
Attempted kick off the ground by McCrillis. Gets it out in a little bit of space. They need to just keep working it into space. Barker loses her footing. It's out now. McCrillis, another kick on the left, but McQuinney there in a good spot gets about a 5-metre kick forward as it holds up in the water. Yarran coming in strongly makes the contest, but it's a ball up again. And all the time the clock's ticking. We're up to 9 minutes gone in this quarter now. Just a goal apiece so far. It comes out to Tierney. She gets met solidly as she tries to kick the ball forward. And
it's a mulligan in golf, that one, isn't it?
Fitzgerald diving in as the hand pass comes out from Peck, and now Buffs get it away. There's no one in front of these players for Buffs as the ball comes out, so they just need to get their hands on it here. As working in was Summers, but in and underneath, the ball's caught, and holding the ball is going to be the decision. Dragged in was the call, and so Hartaloony it is that will take the free kick. Of course, scored the opening goal of this quarter. She hasn't got a lot to go through. PINT have worked back in numbers, and that one just goes straight into a nest of PINT players as they pick it up and clear it away. Peck comes out, but the ball gets past her. Ingram gets knocked out of the way. Hartaloony fighting hard at ground level with Lucy Hamilton, and it'll be another ball up here.
It was a nest of green ants.
Yes, that's right. And well done at ground level. Barker again, and another clearance, and the kick is perfect to Stokes out in front. She swings around now, kicks the ball down. Oldhouse works her way to the front, couldn't take the mark, loses her footing. It spills out to Hartaloony now. She quickly gets rid of the ball, and they've got it inside 50, but just can't get it out into any space or to a player.
Jeez, it was all set up for Molly then, wasn't it? It was gone over the top of a couple of Queen Anne's players, and Molly was able to get her hand to it. There's some really good defence work there from the Queen Ants.
So clear and kick away, but they're still in their defensive 50 here as tackled was Henry. And the ball spills out. And
so I think the more you try to act as if you're trying to get it out, the more the umpire's going to go, no, you're not really making an attempt.
Absolutely.
So this is Beauville has crept forward.
Yeah, well, all the players have moved down into that end of the ground now. So her kick falls short. No mark taken as PINT desperately try to clear it away. Oldhouse comes in strongly. Well, might have been a high tackle there on Hicks. I think that's the way it's been seen. And so Rennie Hicks, I'm sure, will take a bit of time here. Get some water and mud out of her eyes.
This is where Buffs need to just hold their measure here, is that nothing stupid. They don't want to give too many free kicks away. They work really hard to push the ball forward. They don't want to be giving it back to them. Barker,
another kick forward. This time it bounces a couple of times and skids over the boundary line next to the behind post.
It's good for Buffs. Get a stoppage here.
Yeah, that's right. Good field position.
Reset now. They need to get numbers in behind the ball. As you said, Stu, we've got all bar as we've just got one of the last PINT player now creeps inside 50. Buffs have still got a couple on the outside here if the ball does come out.
So it's out into some space, and McQuinney toe poke forward to her own advantage, but then gets held up and the ball gets caught in underneath, and this will be another stoppage. And here we go. 12 and a half minutes in this quarter. That last pint goal was crucial in the context of the match, you would think. As they try to clear it away, the quick kick comes out, parked behind the ball as Tucker couldn't take the mark, and now it spills out again. It's picked up by Campbell, and she's held up in the tackle, but in the conditions, just a pack of players following the ball round in pretty close proximity here. Hard to get any sort of distance with the clearance. The ball comes out. Carbone working hard, now reaches in and picks it up, gets a quick kick forward, gets over the head of a couple of players, a hack off the ground. Now picked up by Summers, gets a hand pass on the outside. Here's a chance. The kick comes in, but couldn't bring it round far enough and goes over the boundary line on the full, and Eilish Grundon will bring the ball back into play for Pint.
That was Henry. Haven't seen much of her today. She was really good last week. She's been a little bit quiet today. Maybe the wet weather doesn't suit her.
Yeah, you'd think that's the case, but that's a good kick and a mark taken by Tierney, and she's happy to take as much time off the clock as she can as she kicks around the outer wing. Good strength, but no mark taken. Fitzgerald gets a hand pass to Hicks. Hicks kicks it to a player in the middle of the ground. That's Ingram. She's got no one in front of her. Got a runner on the outside. The kick comes that way. Buff's desperately trying to get back. It's picked up now.
Nice kick.
And nice kick to advantage as the ball holds up in the water, and the kick towards goal by Taylor Hill. As soon as she kicked it, she was in anguish as the ball slid away to the right and through from behind, but they've got it down in their forward half, and it's a long way to go for Buffs now to score a couple of times to try to win this game.
Well, they've still got to kick 3 goals here, Stu, which was the math at the start of the quarter. But they've just handed the ball back over here by the looks of it, or is it out of bounds if it's inside the arc? It's a free kick.
It's out on the full, so it's Brooklyn Craft will take it. She kicks into the corridor here. Ingram bounces off her foot, picked up, the kick goes forward, but just over the top and through for another pint behind from Kennedy McNamara, but you sense that they've done enough now to hold on here, Pint, as Buffs desperately try to work it out of their defensive area. Carbone picks up and kicks long and out wide, but well placed there was Jordan Membry, and she takes the mark. And again, she'll just let the clock run a bit. Kicks in, but this one's going to fall short. It's, comes out to Barker, who gets another clearing kick, this time down towards the centre of the ground. Holthouse is behind this time. Well played in front by Eldridge for Pint, and now picked up by Hewitt, who drives the ball inside 50. Look at the water on the ground there as Ingram picks it up. Kicks across towards half forward. Well done by Boswell. Good courage. Got a hand to the ball now. Tries to clear it away, but it's gone straight to McNamara. Might have hit her in the face then, but she recovers nicely. Picks up, kicks inboard. Strong contest as the ball spills out the back. Ingram in there again. Gets a hand pass across.
Steph Lawrence.
And Steph Lawrence snaps towards goal. It's going into the goal square.
It's hit the post.
Slides into the goal post. And another behind to Pint. So they've had repeat opportunities as the siren goes to end the game, and it's Pint that will advance, Paul, but a courageous effort from the Darwin Buffaloes.
Well, it certainly was, Stu, because after half-time they've kicked 5 goals to Pint's 3. After quarter-time they've kicked 5 goals to Pint's 3, so they virtually only just won the second quarter, but they virtually controlled the back 2, but they still weren't able to drag that 5-goal deficit, Stu, from that first quarter onslaught from Pint, which had Renee Tierney kick a couple. Steph Lawrence grabbed a couple as well. But it's Pint that will march into a preliminary final to play the loser, which is going to be the next game between Nightcliff and St Mary's. But a very valiant effort from Buffaloes in consideration about 3 or 4 weeks ago. They weren't even looking like playing finals, and they've come through and they've won one after what was a bit of an up and down year for them. They lost their Div 2 or their Div 1, Div 2 team throughout the course of the year, but they've managed to win a final. But it's all about PINT and Paul Price and his girls from this point onwards.
Yeah, exactly right. They go into next week into a preliminary final with a chance to play in another grand final. Of course, they've been one of the dominant sides in recent years, and they went out in straight sets last year, so it's their first final win for a couple of years now, Paul. So an important one for their confidence, and they'll know that in their best form they can match it with either Nightcliff or St Mary's. So it's a terrific women's competition, and as I said, a courageous performance from Buffs. Chris Atkinson to be really proud of his team, and from where they were earlier in the year, it's been magnificent. But a great win in the end by PINT. They've held on and fought back in the end to run out 16-point winners, Paul.
Who do you reckon was the pick of the bunch today, Stu? I mean, we had some very good individual efforts early, and then some match-winning efforts late at the same time.
Yeah, that's right. Jazz Hewitt, as usual, was strong all day. It was Tierney that really set it up for him in that first quarter. Continued to work hard. I really like the game of Zoe McWhinney out of defence and up around the midfield. Steph Lawrence was terrific, particularly early. And Kennedy McNamara came into the game a bit as well. And for Darwin, it was India Barker, Dom Carbone, Amelia Peck did some good things. Boseville was terrific in defence as well. Some really good players on both teams, and both teams can be proud of their efforts today.
Rennie Hicks as well, Stu. Was a captain's game, steadied the ship. As I think I said during the call, is that every time she got the ball, is that she did something with it, and there was a forward movement, or she found a teammate, does all the hard work in and under, probably doesn't get noticed as much. She's on the bottom of the packs or the last one up. So, but PINT march on, Stu Davis. It's going to be an interesting game, the next one in the rain, because St Mary's are going to take on the undefeated Nightcliff Tigers in what's going to be another cracking game. You have been watching AFL NT's coverage of the 25-26 NTFL TIO Women's Premier League first semi-final at TIO Stadium. It was a 14-point win to the PINT Football Club. Stay tuned for St Mary's and Nightcliff. Thanks very much. Have a great day.